are one of the most versatile ingredients. They of course make a delicious breakfast food, but they're also great in savory dishes and baked goods. Well, today we're making crispy deviled eggs with a spicy hollandaise sauce. Now, in the grocery store, you'll usually find brown eggs and white eggs, but the truth is that there isn't a difference between the two. Brown eggs come from one breed of chicken, while white eggs come from another. And if you go to the farmer's market, you might even see things like blue and green eggs, but all of them taste the same. I've got about a dozen eggs already boiling on the stove, but first, let's make our hollandaise. By now our eggs should be ready, so the first thing I'll do is take them out of the water and put them right into ice water. And what this does is it makes the peeling process a lot easier. It separates the shell a little bit from that egg white. Now we'll set this aside, let it do its magic while we prepare our spicy hollandaise sauce. So I've got a small pot of water here that I'll bring to a simmer. And while that's heating up, I'm putting 3 egg yolks into this bowl. So to that, we're going to add about a tablespoon of lemon juice. That brings down the pH of the hollandaise, and we'll start whisking. The water is heated up, so now we'll put our bowl right on top to create a double boiler. So now we'll do the same thing. Whip these egg yolks over the double boiler, removing it every so often so that they don't heat up too much and then curdle. Now you know you're ready to add the butter when the sauce creates these beautiful ribbons. So a little bit at a time, we'll start adding butter and incorporate it again over the heat. Now when the butter is incorporated, it's time to add your spices. So I said we're making a spicy hollandaise sauce, and for my kick of spice, I like to use sriracha, which is an Asian spicy garlicky chili sauce. And we'll add a few teaspoons here. And now it's got that nice pinkish reddish color. And the last thing we'll do is season it with a little salt and pepper. So our hollandaise is done, and now it's time to get on to the deviled eggs. These eggs are peeled, and I already cut them in half. And they're getting closer and closer to looking like deviled eggs. So next thing we gotta do is pop out these egg yolks and make the stuffing. For the stuffing, I like to keep things pretty simple since we are crisping these deviled eggs up, and we've got that spicy hollandaise sauce. So I'm going to add some classic ingredients. We've got mayo, pepper, and in the bowl I also have turmeric for a little bit of tang and color. The reason they call them deviled eggs is because of a spicy ingredient. In this case, I'm using the classic one, mustard. So about a tablespoon of that, and of course, salt. And to combine all these ingredients, I'm just using a fork. For traditional deviled eggs, you want this mixture to be really smooth and creamy, but since we're adding a step and crisping them, it does not have to be perfect. Now, here's what you do. We'll take an egg half, fill it up with our yolk mixture just to the top. They don't need to be overstuffed. And then dip the bottom in a little bit of breadcrumbs. That's it. So I've got a non-stick frying pan over medium heat, and I'll add a little bit of canola oil here. And when it's hot, we'll take one of our deviled eggs and we'll put it yolk side down into the pan. And all we want to do here is brown those breadcrumbs and heat up the stuffing. Perfect. Our eggs have a nice golden color. Those breadcrumbs are crispy. It's time to plate these. Here's the part where our egg components come together. So we'll plate up a few of these crispy deviled eggs. Got a beautiful color on them. These are great for a party, as an appetizer at your next dinner, or as a little treat for yourself. Right on top goes our spicy hollandaise. And then for color, we'll add fresh chives. How beautiful is that? Now the only thing left to do, of course, is give these guys a try. That's delicious.